this kind of emotion.
I've been dating a Japanese person for nearly 7 years now, and I've never been to a teppanyaki restaurant before. So, guess what we're doing today? Today started off as a body maintenance day. Kay started by going to the osteo for the first time in his life. After that, we both went to go get our teeth cleaned.
I laugh and my gums are so bright.
Because the price here in Japan is literally less than half the price we'd be paying for it in Australia. If you're interested to know more, I've made a separate video about this and you'll find a link in the description below. Anyway, we knew we were having a big dinner, so we wanted to grab a light lunch, but these salads were too good for me not to mention them. At Osaka Station, you can find this shopping mall of exclusively boutique food stalls, and this place specializes in salads, and they were to die for. We got a burdock salad, which was really earthy and wholesome, and this squid salad, which was insanely fresh.
It's so summery.
Summery?
And the squid doesn't smell at all. So fresh.
Finally, we had this potato salad.
That is the perfect potato salad. It's amazing. Those 3 salads came to $13-14. 100 pounds each. Definitely worth every penny. Delicious.
To celebrate the first Thursday of the week, Kay's mum and partner took us out for Teppanyaki at the New Otani Hotel in Osaka. The hotel was clearly fancy schmancy, but the view was the selling point. It was overlooking Osaka Castle. Wild. Teppanyaki chef, bam. Osaka Castle, bam. But with all the buildings surrounding it, it does look kind of tiny from here. So what Kay later told me was that the height of the chef's hat actually indicates their seniority. So I assume this means that our chef was pretty high up. No pun intended. The first thing we had was this appetizer of raw bonito sashimi with a beetroot sauce and some kind of black fish eggs. It was definitely a combination of new flavors for me, and I really struggled with picking up these pieces with these chopsticks.
I think maybe that's for you.
I am not a fan of oysters, and I knew this was abalone, not oyster, but they just look like big oysters to me. So I was not super excited to try these, but watching how much effort the chef was putting into preparing them, I gave them a go, and surprisingly, these ended up being really delicious.
I wasn't expecting it to taste like that. Why is it that colour?
The green bit here was a bit bitter, but totally edible.
Not slimy at all.
Next up we had this beef and mushroom stew. Everything is prepared on this grill, the Teppan, right in front of you, so you get to see what goes into the process, which was really fun to watch. And as the sun started going down, the sky in the background went this amazing blue colour. It was so pretty.
Oh.
The pot was obviously super hot, so I burnt my tongue a little bit, but the meat was insanely soft. It was really tasty.
The meat melts in your mouth. Amazing.
So this was my first time eating lobster, ever. What an introduction, hey? But obviously because it was so freshly cut, the legs were still moving. Oh my god, look at them go. When you buy meat or fish from the supermarket, you're so detached from the preparation process, you pretty much forget that it used to be a living thing. So this was a shock back to reality. Still ate it though. It was prepared with scallops and a drizzle of lemon.
Lobster with scallops and shironeki. It's my first time eating lobster. What a first time.
I guess because it's so fresh, it doesn't actually need much flavouring to be tasty. I was expecting it to taste like prawns, which I mean, it was similar, but it still had its own unique flavour. Finally, it was time for the meat. We could choose between Saga and Kobe beef for the steak, and we chose the Saga beef. Don't ask me what the difference is. We got a few dipping sauces and this block of rock salt.
This is the sea grapes, isn't it?
The last time I had sea grapes, I think they were a bit too salty and like sea flavoured for me. But these sea grapes don't taste like the sea at all. They taste like really nice actually. They add a nice crunch.
For the steak, we got ours done medium rare and it was delightful. Obviously, we had to start with just wasabi. This has got to be my favourite way to eat steak. We also left a piece on top of the rock salt to absorb the flavour.
Let's try it with wasabi.
The giant onion we got was from a place called Awajishima.
Awajishi. Ma.
It still had that crunch, and it was so insanely sweet.
Yeah, it's still delicious. All right, let's try the beef that was on the salt. It's salty. Let's try with prawns.
To be honest, we didn't really use the dipping sauce as much. The steak was just so delicious on its own. After the steak, we got a veggie soup, which was tasty but a very mild flavour after the steak. I would have actually liked to have had it before the steak, I reckon. Finally came the masterpiece. On a side note, I couldn't believe the chef didn't burn the minced garlic on that hot grill, and then watching him evaporate the water from the soy sauce and then scoop it up like it was nothing. So impressive.
Garlic rice. Yum.
Honestly, this garlic fried rice was god tier. Absolutely delicious. Wow, I think everybody would love this. And as we were eating, staff came up and gave us the rock salt blocks to take home, which was too kind of them.
Himalayas are, I think, in Nepal.
Dessert was a little scoop of ice cream made from dekopong, also known as sumo mandarin. How cute. All in all, if you're looking for a unique experience to splurge a little, I definitely recommend this place, as the experience is unforgettable. This came to about $300 per person, but there are a range of options available, starting from about $160 per person. Let us know if you do go check it out. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye!
내가 너 거 있고